This is a quick real estate update from Jere Metcalf Partners, real estate agents on the ground in Atlanta. We're talking about what it's like, what to expect, the pros, the cons, and what to consider to align yourself and your loved ones for the best opportunities. All right, everybody, it's the Jere Metcalf Partners Eavesdrop. The market just keeps getting busier and busier. We've got Adam out showing properties today. I'm about to head out of the office for a meeting. And obviously, Bridgett and Chad are out showing properties as well. So to that, it's us today on the Market Eavesdrop. And we're going to talk today a little bit about an update that Sanctuary Mortgage has been giving us a lot of great updates on the market. We're going to fill you in a little bit on that today. Adam, good to see you.
It's always good to drop in here in between being out and about around town. So
exactly.
Glad we can make this work.
Exactly. Thanks for being here. So an update today is just that I'm checking my notes as I was talking to James Williamson earlier. But some interesting things about the market are that everybody's asking about interest rates. We talked on other eavesdrops about the fact that our interest rates are staying low. What's going to happen? When are they going to go up? And in short, as long as this pandemic is going on, which is obviously not a great thing, but the silver lining, or one of the silver linings to it, is that as long as the pandemic continues, the Fed's going to continue buying bonds. And as long as the Fed continues to buy bonds, the interest rates will stay low. How long is that going to happen? Nobody seems to know. The other thing is refis are about to go up. I love it because everybody talks about it's like so high, but it's an eighth of a point, which I know, right? We had a conversation about this recently.
Yep.
Something really interesting is in talking about these numbers, one of the things to look at when you're pricing your house to sell or when you're thinking about buying is affordability. And affordability comes down to things like unemployment. Unemployment is down from 10.2% to 8.4%. Something else interesting is forbearances, which I think we talked about that last week. Forbearances were peaked through the pandemic at 9%. They now seem to be flattening at 7%. We're going to tap into forbearances for just a minute. On that note, do you remember what we were talking about last week, Adam? We talked about forbearances and the fact that a lot of people think, okay, well, if I've got a forbearance in my record, I'm stuck.
Yep.
Or but there's different options of what to do with those. Yep. I'm kind of throwing this one at you from the side, but there are options of if you sell you basically forbearances, you stop making payments and then you can start back making your payments again. But for those payments to come off of your record, you either make 3 consecutive payments on your house, or you pay the difference, or you sell your house.
That's right.
And when you sell your house and buy the next house, when you pay the note off, it's forgiven.
It satisfies when you sell your house.
What's that?
It satisfies the forbearance when you sell your house.
Thank you. Adam, you always say it so much better than me. And then another point on here is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So they have just announced a nationwide suspension on single-family foreclosures and evictions. So that also is actually helping us maintain the stability of the market. And I think people with the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac loans are unfortunately the most impacted by this, and so that's protecting them. So that kind of sums the whole picture up. But the message in that is that the market is continuing to move and continuing to stabilize and has the ability to stabilize itself as we move forward. I know, Adam, you and I talked before the show a lot about the fact that our market, there's just been this, ever since the Great Recession, there's just been kind of this constant state of pent-up demand and lack of inventory.
That's
what
right.
do you see happening now that all of these other things have happened from the pandemic with inventory?
I mean, we've still been battling lack of inventory with, like you said, with tons of demand. I think it'll eventually start to catch up. I think it'll get healthy at some point, but right now, I mean, we're still seeing it.
Yeah.
We all have lots of buyers, and there just aren't a lot of homes out there available, and all the ones that are available, they get multiple offers. So it's a challenge, but I mean,
well, that's the recipe of it. That in itself predicts the future, because that's happening. More and more people are going to sell.
Yeah.
I think more and more people are willing to move, which is inventory is going to pick up. Demand is still picking up. But then once the pandemic ends, that's going to suppress the demand, because it's going to bring the interest rates back up, which will stabilize the market. Everybody asks about the bubble. We're no economists here. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But it seems like what's really going to happen is the market's going to actually grow, and then it's going to stabilize as we come out of this.
Yeah, I mean, and we're hearing that from other people. It's not just what we think is going to happen.
Exactly. This is just the insights from everybody else.
We're picking up these insights from experts in the field that this is what they do. So I agree. I think it's going to kind of start to become a healthy market, and not one with all this pent up demand coming up in the future once the interest rates start to return.
And the listings are really picking up now. Like, we're picking up several listings. A lot of our listings are quiet at the moment, because people aren't necessarily wanting them to go active, but slowly they are getting more and more comfortable with that as well. So,
yep.
Crazy times. Well,
crazy times.
Anything else we want to add to that before I think the big message is the market continues to be good. Interest rates continue to be low, and they will be. When is this pandemic going to end? That's the big question that will answer everything else about what the market's going to do.
Nobody knows.
Awesome. Exactly. Well, everybody, please let us know if you guys have any questions about inventory, exact numbers on Brookhaven, Buckhead, anywhere else in Atlanta, Midtown, Intown, Ansley, Alpharetta, Roswell. But here we are in Buckhead, here to help you. And let us know if you need anything. And Adam, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Out and about, getting more houses sold.
It's a great time. Let's go do it.
All right. Talk to you soon. Thank you to our ambassadors and clients for your support of Jere Metcalf Partners, where our mission is to deliver the best service and the best results for all our clients' needs, their wants, and their families.